Here is how to achieve this toasty, glowy, full glam makeup look. Hey everybody, so today I will be doing my makeup and my hair. To start this off, we're gonna start with our hair. To give we're gonna use this a thicker curling wand to get more of that voluminous look into this. I already have a lot of hair care product in my hair from after I shower, but I'm just gonna put in some mousse into my hair, and trust me, this is the best one on the market if you have trouble with your curls staying in place. I absolutely love this one. Honestly, you're supposed to put mousse in wet hair, but it works as well in dry. You just need to brush it out more to make it really work. And the reason I'm putting this on my lengths is because that is where we need the curl to stick. And now, after using mousse, we will use a dry heat protectant. I'm gonna use this one from For a Reason. Because if we're gonna use any type of product with more heat in it, we're gonna want to use some heat protectant spray or whatever, because we need to protect the integrity of our hair. Take that from me, a hairdresser. Okay, now we're just gonna use a hair clip, and we're gonna part our hair from our ears and then right back. We're just gonna clip the rest up like this. I mean, you could honestly just use a claw clip if you don't have one of these, so it's whatever. And now comes for the part where we do the curling. So I put mine at 120 degrees Celsius. And as you can see, it's very warm. I'm sorry, I have my mirror right here, so I'm just gonna... And you take it out a bit, and then you turn, and you let it sit like that for a few seconds, and then you open it and you drag it down, and you do like this. You bring it up again, and then you do like that. So that's how you curl, and then you just let it sit like this for it to cool in place. And if you have really thick hair, you could put it on a higher degree or higher heat. It just depends. I have very thin hair, so I have lower heat. So this is the hair. I'm just gonna spray a bit of hairspray on it. And for this, you need to be careful because I'm gonna use this one. It's from Ref, and it's Hold and Shine hairspray. And you're gonna want to spray from downwards, not up, because when you spray up here, it will land on your hair and it will heavy it down. So you need to spray from this. You can pull in your hair a bit, because then it just goes up on your hair rather than brings it down by its weight. I've had this in for a while now too, so it's probably time to take it out. And then I just part my hair in the middle. I have already put skincare on today, so I will just be starting right with the makeup. I usually don't use primer, so I'm gonna skip that today too actually. But let's start right away. So first of all, we will be using some type of foundation or something to start with, and for me that is the True Match Nude, and it's a plumping tinted serum. So I usually use this one in the winter, but I'm slowly starting with my summer shade. So I'm just gonna put this on like this, and we want that bronze look today, so it's not too bad if we have like this. And just to make sure that it's really a shade match, I'm gonna still put a bit of the lighter one too up here. I'm just gonna like try and put it on here too, just to make sure that everything blends well. And then I'm just gonna take a beauty blender and try to blend this out. Now, I said this is just a like tinted serum, I guess, so it doesn't have that much coverage, but nonetheless it's good. So this gives like off, like it just looks like skin, like it's nothing like cakey or weird, or it's just like, I love this product because it does still give coverage and it does still provide like good, like it's just like, it's really good, and it still looks so natural. Do you see that glow? Like it looks like my skin, you know, which I absolutely love. And this was a good shade match also. No, don't forget to bring it down your neck, to not have some like sharp lines anywhere or stuff like that. And then I use this one, which is in the same series, but it's concealer, and I think that this might be the lightest color. I'm not sure really. Most of the stuff I was actually gifted from my cousin, because she works as a seller for the company, and she has like freebies that she can give out. So that's how I got a lot of my makeup originally. And then we try to like cover with the concealer where we have like small blemishes too. I kind of want a bit more coverage here because I feel like you can see the red through, so I might just go down a bit this time. So something like this in placements. I try to blend out the concealer as fast as possible for it to not get cakey, because I feel like it's really easy for it to get cakey otherwise, and I don't want that. So I try to blend it out as fast as possible. Then I drag it over my lid to get a little bit of coverage there too. And I'm gonna go in with a contour stick. I have this one from Isadora, and then I put it on the back of my hand like this, and I put a bit like that. And this is to warm it up and also to not get it like cakey on your face, because I feel like when you blend it out, or else it can get very like muddy and like unblended. So I try to put it at the back of my hand first, and then you need to tap to get it like blended out. Like, don't be scared of beating your face, basically. And then we try to put it like where our cheekbone is, so like on the bottom, for it to like give like, it's supposed to be kind of like a shadow, I guess. And then you kind of need to bring it up rather than bring it down, because when you're bringing it down, you will kind of drag your whole face down. And we try to stay away from that as much as possible. And then I usually put some in my eye crease, just to get that cat eye effect going already, because it's like a little bit like lifted more. And then same on the sides of our eyebrows, I put a bit of contour. And then on the top of our forehead, where here I later want to bronze it up. And then a bit on the bottom of my nose, like just where you feel like you naturally would want a shadow, basically. And I guess that's like the whole idea really. I try to put some on like the sides of my nose here. Not super important how it turns out. Kind of like this, so we still have the bronzed areas here, and then up here, which is where we try to keep it. And that was for the fun step, and it is powdered bronzer. I love bronzer, like I think it's so fun, and it really lives up, like gives life to the whole like makeup. Like you look 10 times more alive, 10 times more tan, 10 times more everything. I use this one from L'Oreal, and this one is Glam Bronze. Don't really know if that says you anything, but that's all I know about it. I've had this for really long now actually, and I absolutely love it. I feel like it's just the right shade, it's just the right amount of bronze, like it's just perfect like that, and it has like a bit of glow in it too. And now here comes, like, don't be scared to use bronzer if you want that bronzed tanned look. Like bronzer is everything here. As you can see, I tried to avoid bronzer on the areas here, around here, and here. And the reason why is because you want the T-zone, which is like, I guess, this zone. You want that to be brighter for your face to look dimensional and for it to pop more. And this is very often used in celebrities and others like that. Don't forget to bring down the bronzer to your chest area. You don't want to look disproportionate here. I burned myself, so I'm actually kind of red down here, but that's whatever. Let's just pretend that's not it right now. Some people like to put it on their jawline. I usually do it just because I know I'm supposed to. Okay, so this is where we are right now. Very bronzed, very bronzed. And then you take bronzer like this and you put a bit on the nose. Like here, you kind of need to look like where, because I have natural shadows like here and here, because I feel like very defined, like I don't even know what that is called, but I have that. So, and then I know that I usually get a pretty usual shadow here, because if you try to contour or bronze just like everybody else, it's just not gonna look good, because you need to look at your own features. Like, what are my own features? Where does the shadow fall most naturally on me? Because when you don't do that, it's just not gonna be it. And like, trust me on that, it's just not gonna look good, okay? So you really need to figure out like, where does it work for me? Because that's like the most important. I like to just, you see right here, I have a natural shadow under my lip. So you kind of want to enhance that too. I kind of use my bronzer as a contour because it really gives warmth to the face, which, as I said, it's personal preference, but in this toasty makeup look, I feel like that is usually what you want. Then I have this creamy powder blush from NYX, and it's Sweet Cheeks. And this is like the most gorgeous color, like, let me tell you, and it's so pigmented. It's like a peachy, it's like not too pink, not too orange, not too red, not too anything. And if you want that very like bronze look, I said, you want something that isn't too pink either. I feel like this just continues that effect of bronzed. And I just put a bit on my breast like this, and this is like a glow in it, and you want to put it on the top of your cheek like this, because that is where like you want to give that lifted look and still like bronzed. And I put this also like this to continue to elongate my eyes like this, and I put it on the bridge of my nose to give that like, I don't know what to call it, very like sunburned look kind of, because bronze is usually also a bit sunburned. And then I can sometimes just do a little dot on each cheek like that. Sometimes I like to put it on my chin like this, but I also feel like you want to keep it bright. You can just put up a little bit like that. That's fine, whatever. Good. Next step would be highlighter, and for this I used this one from Rem Beauty. I find this to be so good and so underrated. Like, I never hear anyone talk about this, but like, look at that. And your highlighter, the higher up you put it, the higher up your cheekbone will look like it is. Keep in mind, if you put it like up here, it's not gonna look natural. Like, you really need to think like, where is my cheekbone? Put it on the highest point of your cheekbone. So here, a bit on the nose, like just like where it's the lightest part. And now I would use my fingers for this, or I would use a small brush. Let me see, I have it somewhere here. Or I would use a small brush like this one, and I would just dab it in here, and I would put on my nose like this, and then on the bridge of my nose, and then you want to stay inside where you have contoured a bit before to really just snatch your nose, I guess. And then I put this at the edge of my brow, like with the arch, I guess, to give it like that pop look. Like, you want to highlight. Some people like to put it on their forehead, but I don't want a too shiny forehead, so I will skip that. And then here on the, like, I don't even know what this is called, but like right where my lip is at, it will give that plumpier look. You could put some of this on here, honestly, just the tiniest bit so you barely see it. And then on the corner of your eye, you can put a little bit. We're gonna use like eyeshadow and stuff later, so it's like not that much. We're gonna fix that look later. Okay, so now for the eye makeup, I will be using 3 palettes. So first is this one from Technique. It's like a really cheap one that I bought a bunch of years ago. Then this L'Oreal palette nude, and then Physical Formula butter eyeshadow. So to start this off, I'm gonna be using this brown shade here. So I'm gonna start by picking some up on this brush and just gently put it in the crease of my eyes, like this. It's really gonna like work the color up there. You want warm shades of brown. It's okay if they're not completely warm. This one's a bit cooler on the cooler in color, but the idea is the same. And they don't have to be like super dark. So I accidentally put a bit outside here. That wasn't so good. And you kind of work it like this, so you have like depth in your eyes. And then almost right away I'm gonna move on to the Technique one and use this one, because this is really pigmented. And I'm gonna put this like on top of my eyelid, kind of like this. I'm gonna smudge it a bit, and I'm gonna drag it up into that line there too. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye, and I'm gonna put it on like that, and then I'm gonna drag it up. And it's okay if something goes wrong, like, you will learn along the way, as do I. Now with this like cooler color that we have from the first palette, I'm gonna be taking a even tinier brush. Let me see if I have a good one. Maybe this one. Like this tiny brush. And I'm just gonna be putting it under my eye. And this will really bring the whole look together later. You don't want too much. You don't want it to look like you haven't slept in 100 years. Like, you want it to look just bronzy and hands. Like, you really want to, like, because if you have brown eyes like me, it's harder to make them pop than blue eyes, because blue eyes they just naturally pop. Like, they're just there, you know. And if you have blue eyes, I would suggest using darker shades like this too. almost like more black almost to really give that big contrast, or to use like a orange peachy tones, because that's like the opposite on the color wheel, and that would really make your eyes pop. Kind of like that. For now, that feels good. So the next step would actually be to take the same small brush, and then we're gonna use this black one, and this is gonna be like, you're gonna put it on as if it is eyeliner, and this one is really pigmented, so it's like you don't go wrong with this, honestly. And then you just put it like this, you see? I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but kind of like that. And then it's okay if you drag it outwards a bit or in, or kind of whatever. That, see the smokiness right there? That's what we're going for. And this you can bring down, but not all the way, just a bit. And then we're gonna bring a fluffier brush. I'm just gonna take this one, I think. And we're just gonna blend it out. Like, make sure that it's like soft lines, nothing too harsh anywhere, like just fluffing it out, making sure everything looks good. Like that. Okay, I really like that. And then same with under the eye, just fluffing it out a bit. As you can see, I got a little bit of eyeshadow here where we don't want it. We can clean that up later, like don't stress. Okay, so for the next step, we're gonna want to use a lighter color, which I think that this one is pretty perfect. Or even like these two, like more like a gold highlighter color almost. You can maybe even mix to get like a good shade. I think that is good. And now I'm using my finger, but of course I recommend a. And then you're gonna put it like in the inner corner of your eye. And you're just gonna drag it out a bit like that. And then when it comes to the darker parts, you blend it. This blending part, I actually think almost always turns out better when you're using your fingers. So I would blend with my fingers, but honestly, same there, personal preference still. Like, I would still mostly use my finger. Okay, like that. And then same on this side. Of course, we need to curl our lashes. So I'm gonna use this. I said curl so weird, didn't I? Curl our lashes. So I'm just gonna use this and a handheld mirror, and then I'm gonna be using the best mascara on the market. And like, I have tried so many mascaras, but it's the waterproof Sky High mascara from Maybelline, I think. Yeah, it's the best ever. Like, trust me on that. Like, literally though, like it is. So we're gonna be cleaning up soon, but first mascara. So we're gonna curl our lashes, and this can take its time. Like, you do this until you see that your lashes really are curled like you want them to be. Like, that was good actually. That was a good first try. And then you can also use false lashes. I would actually almost recommend that to really give that the extra oomph. But because of the smoky eye, it will still look like we have fuller lashes. Now, as you can see, we already have a fuller look. And now, this will tie it together so much more because we have the smoky eye on the underneath. We need mascara on the bottom lashes too. To clean up, I'll just be like doing this with my finger, and if it doesn't disappear completely, you take the tiniest bit, and when I tell you the tiniest bit, I mean the tiniest bit of concealer, and you put it on the finger, and you just drag it like that. See how those black dots that I had there basically disappeared? Like, this is really just all you need to do. Okay, so for next step, it's the eyebrows. As said, I'm just using this. It's like a really cheap thing, but it honestly works wonders. It's like a powder. I take the darkest shade because I have pretty dark eyebrows, and then I just put it like, you kind of want your eyebrows to look slimmer than they actually are when you fill them in, or else they will look so thick, and it's just not gonna look natural at all. So you kind of want to start like that, and I usually just draw the arch first. Now, I mean, you can do this before putting on all of your makeup. It's just personal preference. I did it after this time because I didn't know if I wanted them filled in or not yet. But I feel like I want them filled in, so therefore I'm doing it now afterwards. Take a spoolie like this to just fluff them out again, and that will also settle the powder a bit better. And I said they just need to be sisters, not twins. And honestly, makeup is just like you learn it as you go. You get better and better, or worse. Honestly, no one really cares. It's not that deep. I have this one lip liner that I love with my entire life, and it's this one from NYX, and I use it for every single makeup look and everything. And of course I'm gonna use it for this one too, because it's like the perfect shade, like brown but like not too brown, but like pink but not too pink. It's just perfect. And this is the NYX lip pencil in the color Coffee. So with this I will overline quite a bit, actually, just on the top here though. And then I drag it down following my natural lip shape, and then I take it like this and I continue to fill it in. But here I don't overline, I just follow my natural lip shape all the way, and then I fill in the edges with this. Here I could either go in with like a nuder shade, kind of like this one. I love how this looks. Wait, let me show you. To keep the focus and the contrast on the eyes. Kind of like that. Or if you want to balance it out a bit more, to have like the colors, because right now we have dramatic, like very much dramatic, so we could keep it dramatic here too. And then I would use instead, I would use the Dior lip glow oil in the color Sherry oil, like Sherry Color Reviver Sherry oil. I love this, but for this look, I don't know. Honestly, let's just like, I forgot to show you, but I showed, like, I put on this setting spray earlier. So this curls weren't really for it to be like curled, it's more like to have something going on. But my hair holds curls really, really badly. I think it was hairspray. I should have used my brain and not used the hairspray, honestly, because hairspray always makes the curls go out of my hair because it's like too heavy for the hair, I guess. But honestly, it could be so much worse. I feel like it's still movement going on in my hair. It's not completely flat and it's not like ugly either, so it's like, it's fine. Kind of like that. Then we're just gonna put some Olaplex oil to bring like revive the curls just a bit, but also make sure it keeps the shine and everything. And here is the finished results. I love this personally. I think it's it's like a very full glam look, of course. But yeah, this is everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more videos to come. I'm soon going on vacation to Crete, and I will be vlogging that entire trip, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. Love you. Bye.